So, very good morning. How are you doing? 11 o'clock by the watch. This is me, Justin Kapani, on your screens. I'm actually a founder and a CEO of a firm in Delhi NCR. And we are in the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions. Besides that, I'm also a drummer. I've received about 6 awards and about 17 to 18 certificates over the years. And mind you, this has been um, partly after I got my neck cervical and stuff. And the good news is that I survived it. I've kind of gotten over my cervical and stuff. And what really got me out of it was, I think, my mindset and stuff. Why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because I'm still awaiting this incredible news, the miracle on total recovery for myself and stuff. And also other people whom we pray for in our Buddhism group and otherwise as well. So, the read before me in today's paper is Tough Times Don't Last, Tough People Do. It is so true, and they've also referred to the Indian cricketer Mr. Kapil Dev. They've mentioned about Muhammad Ali, the legendary, boxer. They've touched upon Adolf Hitler, and they've touched a few other people and stuff, and the reference to Mahabharat. But it's not got to do anything with your careers. It's got nothing to do with your acumen, your passion, your knowledge, your intellect, your personality and stuff. They only talked about being tough because tough people last more than the other people. And how do people become tough? It's not just the physical strength, it's also the mental strength, which helps you big time. And our attitude decides how far we can go. I'm reading this the way the article is. With a positive attitude, one can succeed in life, but with a negative attitude, one will fail to achieve the desired level of success. When there is hope, Lady Luck shines upon you. And when you have a negative attitude, it fosters hopelessness, loss, um, and other negativity in your life. And they've mentioned to Arjun in Kurukshetra, the winning attitude that made him the most successful warrior was with the support of Krishna. And why was this? This was because they both had a positive mindset and stuff. Duryodhan picked up quarrels, and that led to Mahabharat. And the greater part of happiness or misery depended mostly on, in present time, it depends mostly on our dispositions and on our circumstances. But circumstances can be changed and stuff. So if like in Buddhism they say your ichinen, your ichinen means your core nature, your Buddha nature, or if your nature is of a certain manner, then naturally you attract situations and relationships of those kind, situations of those kind, which is partly correct because life is uncertain, life is unpredictable. Sometimes you just attract something which is not so great and stuff. But the point is, uh, mostly if you have a positive attitude and you take control of your attitude and you take charge of your life, that's when you become a tough person. So they also talked about the Hollywood great Gregory Peck. They've talked about the importance of positive attitude. They have remarkably narrated this in a fashion where they want you to appreciate what you've been given and what not what you have. Focus on the ocean of positives and the puddle of negatives, and keep your face, which I usually say, towards the sun and towards the sky, and the shadows will fall behind you and move forward. So Adolf Hitler's flawed attitude caused the Second World War because of the negative approach that he had, and his downfall was a result of this. And our Indian all-rounder cricketer, Mr. Kapil Dev, positive philosophical attitude in the World Cup has been that we have it was that they had nothing to lose, they had only to gain. And because they focused only on what they wanted to gain, they won the match. And of course they were led by someone who was extremely positive and determined to make the team win and do something for the country. So when you're aiming for bigger, when you're hoping for better, and you think beyond yourself and stuff, that's when the magic happens and all that. Okay. So they've also referred. The author has referred to Muhammad Ali, he says, I was a boxing champion, and battles and matches uh, are normally won depending on your attitude and how individuals face it. So, to my knowledge, and to this article's expression, a person who's basically living in a country has to be doing something meaningful for the world. They have to be inspiring and not uninspiring, because uninspiring experiences, stadium or negative episodes related to a person, country, or a community tends to make the attitude of the collective like that, and then you can't blame individuals for what is, you know, becoming out of them and stuff. So if you look at it the right way, this is usually what I say, and I've experienced this. If you look at it the right way, if you think that the world is a beautiful place, it looks beautiful. If there are flowers and if there's heaven within you, everything seems heavenly, And I'll touch upon an experience that when I was 23, 24, I had an agency of my own, and after 2 years of functioning and stuff, I became a little case of a burnout and stuff, and I got into meditation and I recovered. And once I would meditate and I would stand on the street, I would think, my God, why are people running? I had become a changed person. I used to do this Japanese thing of Hong Sau technique every day, every evening. And one day, I literally, after I had my meeting with my clients and everything, we were both looking at each other and we were wondering this. And his expression was, yeah, I don't know, why do we have so much of running and chasing and going after goals, or so much of competition, or why is there so much of wanting to prove, and why is there so much of winning and stuff, and I still remember it took me a little while to come out of that meditative mode, because like I said, I stood on the street one day after I did my meditation, and I saw everybody was so crazy, they're just honking and they're just pushing forward and stuff. And you see that in today's world as well. And that's a result of how people perceive. They want to rush, 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 and as a result of that, you have accidents, you have fights on the road, you've got road rage, and you've got so much going wrong on the street. So people need to pause and spend their time also on inner work and stuff. So I'll come back to the point. A man sees in the world whatever he carries in his heart. And if you're going to be like Duryodhan, you're going to pick up quarrels and you're going to be led into this mindset of Mahabharat. But if you're going to be calm and peaceful, and you're going to be, you know, just looking at the world in a beautiful fashion and not like a desert, then you're going to really make through it, because everybody comes to this world with a purpose and a passion. Everybody comes in the world with some challenges or the other. Everybody goes through life and stuff, but it's actually your attitude. And with a positive attitude, you definitely rise up and you take people forward and stuff. And never quit or give up, because age wrinkles the body, because quitting wrinkles the soul. Develop a positive attitude, because that's a celebration. And when you have the most important thing, I think I shared that a long time back, it's your attitude. It's your attitude about everything, It's an attitude of being fit. It's an attitude of being in good health. It's an attitude of a good mindset. It's an attitude of, how to deal with the world and everything. And what really helps big time, to my understanding, as per this article, is taking control of your attitude, which is taking control of your mind. And taking control of your mind means taking control of yourself. You're in charge, you're driving the destiny, and then you are the captain of your own ship, or you're the pilot of your own plane, And when there are lives linked with you at work, at home, and stuff, it's always a good idea to keep that attitude of positivity, because positive people last longer, and strong people, everybody knows, last longer, So strength is not just about physical training or big bodies and biceps and stuff like that. It's also the mind, So an example is, recently I went to the hospital again to collect my report, and I had prayed more, I had like chanted more, and I had really, really, worked on my mind thinking and everything. And this time when I went there, I saw that I did not let what was around me bother me, whether the news, whether the number of people waiting in the reception, or what people were up to and stuff. I saw suffering around me, but this time it didn't hit me hard. And I also realized that probably it's also because the medicines have got discontinued, so I was not feeling so bad and negative and everything, and I was in my normal, upbeat mode of recognizing that there's so much great happening and there are good doctors around, and we have facilities at a drop of a hat and stuff. So we've got to have gratitude also for the facilities and the great work done by people. So on that note, try and stay positive. Read positive, absorb positive, follow a positive, get into positive conversations and stuff. And when somebody wants to do a negative talk with you or behaves badly with you, please remember this: it's not about you; it's about them. People treat you the way they feel about themselves. Always remember that. So jkapani@gmail.com, justinKapani.im at gmail.com, and justinKapanioffice@gmail.com. Those are my email addresses. You can reach out to me. You already are. Some people are already writing in and stuff and all. So thank you so much for your personal messages and your likes. And you have a great day. And on this note, do I want to say Hakuna Matata? Yeah, Hakuna Matata, and enjoy your day, and take out time to also get some fragrances like coffee and tea into your system, and then you start your day. Okay, so love and luck and take care. Bye bye, cheers.